Look, I'm gonna do my best to keep it 1,000 wow, like little bow wow. This is day 28. And some people have referred to this stage, day 28, of a 40-day fast, as the quiet valley. I can see why. I can see why. I'm calling it's the lull. It's the lull that you inevitably get somewhere in between initiation and like the praise of accomplishment. That quiet, eerily, all the lights are off in the gym. It's just you. It's just you dribbling. Everybody's gone home. You're left to lock up the gym. Everybody's, going back to the regular ways of being. And you are still in the wilderness. You can smell the roasted turkey from them going back to civilization. We lose another third of people around this time. It's was like the first 6 days, then it's like the 21st day, and then like around this time, 28 to 32 day, when it's so close that can you believe people psych themselves out? I've seen people who have quit on the 39th day of something. I'm like, whoa, you got a lot of heart, kid. I can't live with things like that close, but I can understand my stubbornness, my ego would just tell me, well, you might as well I must be kissing the angel of death then, because there's nothing much more that's gonna stop me if I'm this close. But there is a lull. There is a lull. There is a point where your why, your vision, it sometimes gets a little hazy. It's there, but the colors are merging a little bit. So when you're not clear on your why, on the picture of what you're moving towards, that's that's an important signal. Cause when you're woozy, when you're dizzy, when you have fog about anything looks like your why. When you start losing clarity, huh? You you just can't give yourself a chance to rationalize. Oh, that do sound good. Oh, that does sound good. That does sound good. That would be tasty. I had to stop by a few of my favorite restaurants tonight, just working, just working. And I was like, wow, this is potent. Potent. Oh my gosh. Anywho, so I thought I would theme this. This is the lull. This is the inevitable dip of when the excitement of the decision has worn off. The strong hold to your addictions have kind of worn off. They subsided. I'm sorry, you think they've subsided. So they went into hiding for a vulnerable time, for a vulnerable point. Like, oh wow, he's really like sticking to this consistently. Like, okay, okay. Your patterns know you. They have record of when you've gone to something close and you give out just at that 32 day or just at that 35 day. They're like, okay, that's when we really gonna hit it. That's when we're gonna somehow conduct all these levels of stress and minutia, and oh, it's just gonna be piled on, and right at that vulnerable moment when she starts to rationalize, like nobody would know, nobody could see me. What a little bit won't hurt, B. A little bit won't hurt. Get it out of here. Get it out. Do whatever you have to do. You ain't gotta be that aggressive. Maybe maybe we could just blow it like a a dandelion. Like even I was like, let me hurry up and shoot this video because I'm feeling a little resistance. I'm feeling a little resistance for the first time ever. But as soon as I get here, all this energy comes out of nowhere. Isn't that amazing? But this is a lemon ginger blast. Don't tell. I was a little late getting these in. I was preferring my citrus fruits, juices before my LGB, but this is Big Daddy. This you gotta this is a almost a monogamous relationship. These are your priorities, and you can look at lemon ginger blast anywhere, but these are the first things that you have to intake, and then you can have your citrus juices after. Sweetheart, take this out of context if you want, but the gulp gang, do a juice cleanse. You could probably clear a gallon in under under 10 seconds. Just get in the body. That's the main thing. Just get it in the body, and your body just knows what to do with it all. Let me satiate yourself, and you get that little oof, oof, right in the bloodstream, you know? Especially when you've been salivating over bathing in some short ribs and, you know, just that everyday stuff, soaking in some mashed potatoes. Garlicky. Make them garlicky. Okay. Day 28, and today I want to talk about the lull. Thank you for showing my advertisements, I guess. I want to talk about the lull. That place between the initiation, the making the decision, I'm going to do this, I've decided, it's this or nothing, I'm all in. And the praise. When your accolades start getting public, maybe you see a friend in the store, oh my God, you look great, or oh my gosh, because nobody knows I'm doing this. Nobody knows. It randomly came out in like we had a Zoom call today, and my fellow Juicians, it came out that way that I was doing it, and so they're probably going to be my first like, um, what is it? Not like I don't know. I guess my first. I got. I'm sorry. I gotta go past this. I gotta go past this. Okay. The juice hasn't hit the brain just yet, so we're gonna stay focused. Okay. Between the initiation and the praise. There we go, Breezy. Where you're not struggling like before. Your addictions don't have a grip on you. They're not choke holding you. Like you can walk past your favorite restaurant and be like, oh, that smells good. Yeah, it's nice. But you're not I guess you haven't got the attention. You haven't been worthy of the attention, or you haven't been worthy of praise just yet because you haven't finished. So it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so close. So many people don't even make it this far. Is that what I'm wanting? Do I want to be comforted right now? Do I want to be consoled right now? Do I even want just a pat on the head, a pat on the back, like good job, Breezy. I see you, girl. I mean, we get it. I have a coach. This is why we invested in coach. This is why we invested in accountability. But just as I was talking about the video yesterday, how food can arouse us, I noticed I'm only getting these glimpses, maybe because I'm looking I'm looking for to be consoled. Or maybe I'm looking for confirmation that everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to work out. Everything's for your highest good. You were initiated at this point in time. You had to juice at this point in time. You had to get in the group you were with at this point in time. You had to put that heavy investment down when you weren't entirely certain there would be a ROI. You kind of knew. Your high self knows. Like when real crunch time happens, you kind of know. Like you can kind of bet all the chips on you. That feels good to hear. Breezy, thank you for saying that. That feels really good to hear. Maybe that's why I need it. Oh gosh, maybe that's the lesson. You gotta celebrate yourself. We're having this in live time. I'm coming to these conclusions just as quick as you are. If you're on day 28, just as quick as you are. Maybe you're quicker than me. Maybe that part hasn't clicked yet because everybody's going on their own path, their own journey. Everybody's having different symptoms. Everybody's having different epiphanies. Everybody's having different ways of how they can adjust their lifestyle to this diet. You know, it's all uncomfortable. But for somehow, when we're collected as a community, it seems just more doable. Maybe you just need more of that spotlight. Maybe we really do need accountability. Maybe that's why we're so successful when we're in this like tribe mindset. Everybody kind of knows their job. Everybody knows what the goal is. Everybody knows what the plan is. There's a collective energy that is created when people just want better or are progressing and they get together. Try going to a Zumba class. That's kinetic energy. Everybody wants to get it. I love it. So yeah, this is typically the point where people can start rationalizing with themselves, people, including me. I let one thought get past the gate. Just one little quick thought. Like, I actually imagined chewing the food I was craving for. I didn't let it get that far. I haven't got to let it get that far that yet. I haven't get that far yet. I haven't let the thought get that far yet. So it slept through. It slipped through. And that just made me realize, I'm like, okay, where am I being distracted? I rented an electric car today, and it just happened to be the first day of snow in Idaho. And this car, a paperclip weighs more than this car. And I'm like, okay. My dog had a grooming appointment. I'm like, all right, we're going to cross town and we can slide into the gutter and go into the sewage system in this car with one breeze, with one gust of air. So let's just, so I was a little more hyper aware. And of course, when it's somebody else's car or through a service or anything like that, you want to be more hyper aware, especially when the elements aren't in your favor. So that probably drove up a little bit of cortisol that I haven't been used to. And I was explaining in my in the Zoom call today, I'm like, even when I do want to stress, even when I do want to worry, because it's just so habitual dealing with the unknown, uncertainty, at least I know I can feel anxiety in my body. That's a for sure. I may not know what the outcome is, but I know I can make myself feel anxiety. And that's a tight chest, tight stomach, your back gets tight. I've trained myself to feel this instead of feeling uncertainty. But now my body's it's running, it's hydrated, it's not digesting, it's healing. I'm telling it we should probably stress out. Like we should probably let's get this rambunctious energy. So I couldn't even make myself do it. I feel it slightly here and there, yeah. But it's dulling and becoming quieter and quieter. My body's like, we're actually good. You can probably figure this out. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And when there's not stimulation or when you're not artificially high on all these, you're fighting inflammatory because all the dairy you down, all the acidosis that's going on in your body, now those places are getting repaired and attention and looked for, like looked after. You showing you I'm actively trying to put my body into stress and it's like, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. Also some real Matthew McConaughey stuff. Like chill, chill. So that's kind of reinforcing. And that's like, wow. When your body's relaxed, you can handle stress so much better. And you don't attach it to you. If you can survive 28 days without food, you can survive a lot of things. You can survive you've gotten through the furthest you've ever gotten with your addiction. Tell me you don't see yourself different when you pass by the mirror. It's impossible not to. Don't mean it don't sound good though. Whoa! Lord have mercy. I had where was I? I don't even eat sandwiches. Somebody had this. I can't even describe it, but it was some probably on Diners, Dive-Ins, and Drive, and I'm like, Lord, blind me if you need to, Lord, strike me. It's wow. That's wow. And I was like, oh, wow, interesting. And I just went on my merry little way. But at this point, your adrenaline is gone. Like the novelty, the newness is gone, like I was saying. The applause hasn't arrived. You haven't been able to talk about your journey completely, At this point, Like, you're not beginning anymore. But you're still not at the summit. It's that in between. Whether you know there's a slight little risk that there is in some odds, in some universe, in some frequency, in some timeline, there is a version of you that gave up. And then there's a version of you that blew it out the water. And they're both fighting for your time. And they're both fighting for your life force. And they're both fighting for your attention. Who's stronger? And let me tell you, these are some warrior women. This side wants to keep things how they are. They're predictable. And this side is like, it's time we move on. It's time we get past this. I don't want to say grow up, because that has a, we've learned to resent that because people have said it because they didn't know what else to say to us. You know, they didn't have specifics, but I would say it's an evolution. Do you want to evolve? Do you think that's smooth? If you think it's smooth, it will be smooth. If you think a couple of bumps would make it more admirable for you, then you'll predict a couple of bumps coming. If you believe suffering is part of your journey, then you're going to welcome suffering. You start really getting intentional with your thoughts, because it's something about fasting that what you have going on in here gets instantly projected in your 3D. I mean, real time. Oh, did you just talk down to yourself? They'll send somebody to talk down to you or near you or honk at you. Did you just give and not take energy? That will be rewarded to you. Somebody would just give you money or say you look really pretty or give your dog a dog treat, chase you down. My mailman chased me down. And he's not even my mailman. He's 2 neighborhoods back there. People just want to talk to you. It's real. You better get out of that hermit. You better get out of that shell. So the lull, what this can feel like. For me, it feels like wanting to bathe in a jacuzzi of just, those real barbecue beans, like the people who really know how to make barbecue beans. I mean, I want some texture to it. I want elements to it. When you fantasize about that, you're probably in the lull. Like, okay, your addiction is trying to get back out, but it's kind of distorted because, you're focused somewhere else. Randomly, there's a jacuzzi bubbling of baked barbecue beans. I'm being real. I'm being real. Like stroking some like banana pudding. I mean, the real. We got to keep it real. Shout outs to exes. You know who you are. That boy made a mean banana. Was it banana cream pudding with the wafers? Banana wafer put. If you know, you know. Just, yeah. I could write a sci-fi fantasy about some food right now. Like it would be cloudy with the chance of meatballs mixed with something else. You see, you're getting delusional. You're getting delusional. I'll cheers to that. You get really spacey around this time too. Like you're going in and out of, I don't want to say worlds, but it's like you're here and then you're here again, but you just realize you went somewhere. Like, where did I just go? And I'm not just talking about when you daydream, when you're driving and it's like, no, you felt yourself come back in. Like, whoa. Let's pull over, huh? Your pull over. So this looks like it's not as aggressive. It's like it's not big highs and big lows. You see how it's just like kind of in the neutral? I'm not like, oh my God, I'm fainting. And I'm also not like, wah, I'm right in the middle. It's like this slow and easy and steady. And like, is it always going to be like this? I thought I would have like more energy by now, or I thought I would have my life's purpose in notated right now. Like I feel like I don't know. And that's how you know you're in the low because you still have expectations. You're not just you're not riding this roller coaster because this is what you said you were going to do. You're a person that keeps the word. So you said you were going to do this. So you're going to do this. Now it's like I want to extract, and you get back into that taking. You want to take something from it instead of just giving life to it, saying you love this process, saying no, you don't know how things may show up, but it has to be for the greater good. I'm doing this for the greater good of my body and my mindset and my connection with God. How can good not come of it? How do you not know these distractions, these tribulations, these aggressive addictions? Like, this is the last shot your addiction has at getting you to come back home, getting you to forget about your commitment, getting you to sit in another year of the same ish, knowing this is not where you're supposed to be. Your comfort is clawing at you while your purpose is like pulling you. And it's subtle, just uncomfortableness. It's it's realizing, wow, this is just what consistency feels like. Most people, successful people say that. Like it kind of gets boring. So you're missing that your stimulation. You're missing that, ooh, are we gonna be able to pay for this? Or ooh, what's gonna be what are we gonna eat today? Ooh, let's blow the budget on this again. Yeah, yeah, let's get that thrill going. Let's get that juice going. It's not despair, it's not chaos, it's not excitement. It's just the lull. It's just neutrality of, yeah, I'm definitely in the vortex right now. And I'm getting swished around like a toilet bowl. But this is where things start solidifying. And it can feel empty, I'm not gonna lie. Especially when you're used to intentionally stressing your body out. Your body just registers that as arousal. It don't matter how it come. It don't matter how it come. Just as long as we get that that thrill, that hit of cortisol, ah, that jump charge it up. That's all our body's looking for because it's familiar. Because we've trained ourselves to react in such a way. But now your nervous system is recalibrating. It's getting out of survival. And now your mind is like, are you sure you want to leave survival? This is what we know. This is what we know. We can predict this. We know how it feels. There's no expectations made from us. We don't have to show up in society now. We don't have to use the excuse that we're too busy because we blow our budget on eating out. And now we have to make up for that in working. So, yeah, that seems like, now we can't use that excuse because we regulated our emotional relationship with food. So now you won't be spending as much. Now you are a steward of your body and your finances and your consumption. So now nothing's holding you back from applying for that new job, meeting friends, going to a dance class, dating, actually going on multiple dates, traveling. Now you have no excuse. Do you know that sounds like panic to your mind? Now we have to make all these new neural pathways. Now we have to learn how to dance. Now we have to learn to actually communicate. We have to learn how to flirt. There's no end result. We can't predict how it's going to come. But we know, like with most new things, they come with a little season of little awkwardness. If you don't take yourself out on dates and you start taking yourself out on dates by yourself, you're going to feel awkward and not reaching for your phone either. You're going to feel awkward. You going to big concerts, you're going to just hang out at local jazz clubs by yourself. That seems like danger to your brain. No, let's just stay home. Let's just watch that movie. Come on, you're already behind on all those episodes. You might as well catch up. When are you ever gonna have this time alone? Cut it out. Cut it out. Just stop. Just stop. Please don't use your brain energy on that nonsense. You made this decision for a reason. You said you were fucking done for a reason. Let's show your internal audience and your potential audience. Like, you really about that life. You're really a person who sticks to their word. You're really a person who completely did a 180 on their life and filmed the whole thing. You were willing to be uncomfortable enough to get stabilized? How sexy is that? That is sexy. You know how to hold a commitment that few, probably, less than a percentage of the world would willingly do? I mean, people who are able, I understand famish, all that. There's a lot of starvation in the world, Some people consider it that. I mean, anything that you have an addiction to, drugs, relationships, sex, cotton candy, okay? If you're willing to put yourself on the stage, nobody else is there in your audience, don't worry. But you're willing to put yourself on the stage and call yourself out and take responsibility about it and do something about it, oh my gosh, you can't fake that energy. It just rolls off your neck. You can smell it. They're setting pheromones when it comes to that type of energy. That's why everybody wants to talk to you. You walk different. People are like, what is she now? Energy don't lie, sweetheart. I'm seeing this in real time, sweetheart. I'm seeing it in real time. You can't tell me otherwise. People feel that frequency when you about that life. Where do you think they got the term real recognize real? And most of the time when real's recognizing real, there's not much words exchanged, if any. Why? Because it's an energy. It's a frequency. You know when somebody's about that life. About that life. They ain't got to say much. This is the moment where you're going to look up and realize, there's my mountain. I was kind of on the top of that other mountain. Now I'm at this mountain. I'm like, okay. I kind of trained it a little bit in that last mountain. So, I mean, I can't see the peak, so we're just going to go for it. That's what it feels like. This valley, it's not a valley of despair. It's just a valley of just silence. You want to go internal more. You're starting to see more synchronicities. It's layers. And every summit reveals the next climb. You may only have 15 more steps. You may have a block and a half up there. But your gifts and how you show up, those are your strengths, Part of you starts really coming out when you're not hiding behind stimulation and just this lust for food and this lust for comfort and this just lust for predictability. You're lusting for it. You say you want to stop. Why haven't you? Because you have infused your energy. You have made it, this thing, mean more than it should, or than is reasonable. I don't like to use shoulds. More than it is reasonable. You're tilting the scales at such extremes like that. So if food can blind you, what else is blinding you? What else are you not seeing? That's all I'll be asking. I'm like, what else am I not seeing? What else am I blind to? I don't think this is like the time to quit. Even though some people are like, yeah, this is enough. I got what I needed. I think it's just time to just reassess your choice and choose again. I think you got to almost choose every day. But really, when you get to these points, really say, oh yeah, I'll choose this over again, just like it's day one. If I had to restart, I would do it again. and not restart because I failed. Like, say, I don't know, some freak accident happened and we went back in time or something like that. And we had to go back to day one. And I was still conscious of what I just accomplished. I'm like, well, Jesus did it. Muhammad did it. Joseph did it. Something about these 40 days. There's something about these 40 days, baby. There's something to it, I think. There's something to it. So, yeah, I'll do it again. And that feels real in my body. Like, when you have to choose again, when you know most people will definitely quit, and you will still get a little clap if you quit, or you'll still get, oh, what you tried. I'm done. I'm done with that phase. I'm done. Oh, I tried. Oh, I guess that was no, I'm going to do it all the way, do it how it's supposed to be, and then I can make a decision if that wasn't for me or if it was. I don't want to do halfsies anymore because I don't want halfsies results anymore. And that's going to rub people the wrong way in your life. Good. Good. Because it's going to rub you the wrong way. Like, do I really want this? Yeah. The other stuff. You've outgrown that. You've outgrown that. That's why you can't get rest. That's why you can't feel satisfied. That's why you're still blaming other people. That's why you haven't forgiven yet. You put that chokehold on. You put it on. You're trying to be the martyr. You're trying to be the good guy. Real recognize real. And the universe is one of the realest. And it's going to reflect whatever you got hiding in your closet, in your attic, in your basement, the things you're thinking you're suppressing, the things you think people don't know about you. Oh, no, you're not the master player. You're a character. But the master player designed this perfectly to where even our deepest thoughts will be reflected back to us. So go ahead and grab a shovel. Let's go. You got to dig it all up. Doesn't mean you have to replay it and relive it, but it has to get brought to light to transcend. You have to show up. You have to be accountable. You have to get an audience. Even if this is my ancestors, even if I'm just talking to God right now, thank you for the opportunity. You have my word that I will give so much better, so much more than I know I can give. And I'm talking not to exhaustion. I'm talking giving to myself, giving to my spirit, giving to my mind. I have been short changing myself, being small for what? Where has that led you? You thought that was honorable? You did. I'll give you grace. I'll give you grace. You were reprimanded for it growing up, yeah. You were looked as a threat. You were looked at like a threat in some friendships, even some relationships. So you shrank. I get why you did it, sweetheart. But we're in the season where that stuff don't even matter anymore. You got the tools to know better and understand more and expand greater and be around the people who actually appreciate those gifts that you have, how you show up in the world. They're coming. They just waiting for you to get. I heard this beautiful story about this really, really, really wealthy man. Quick little side note. I couldn't believe I'm this far. I didn't even have the energy for this. Anyhow, so he had a trust fund, really successful businessman. He had kids. He had a trust fund. He said, okay, you don't get this whole thing yet. You have to go through these seasons in life. He said, when you get married, you'll get, let's say, like 100,000 from your trust fund. When you have your first kid, you get another 100,000 from your trust fund. When you learn how to make $1 million, you release $1 million to your trust fund. And the way this was broken down, it had a similarity to how I guess some sages or some, religious talk would say that's kind of how God treats us with our gifts. You learn how to steward your money well, what you do have, you're grateful for what you do have right now, you get more. You learn to forgive, not take things personal, have your boundaries, and still be willing to show up authentically and expand the energy, that the light that you brought here. Okay, you get another part of your trust fund. You learn to be a giver, a cheerful giver. And I'm talking giving as in your creativity, your way of being, the giving of your time to community, the giving of yourself. Okay, you get another trust fund unlocked. You get another gift unlocked. You get another experience unlocked. And that resonated so much with me. So I say all that to say it may be bumpy, the ride may be bumpy, but we are built for this. We are here to expand our faith. We have to have certainty in this uncertainty. And I'm talking certainty of what you can control. Certainty that you know all things are good that are trying to come to you. You can relax. It comes so much easier when you relax. When you follow your breadcrumbs of joy. When something makes you laugh. When you get a thought of, it would be really fun to work here. Why not just apply? Maybe it wasn't in your background. Who knows what's going to happen? I have a call to go to the grocery store instead of like ordering groceries. Go. You never know who you're going to talk to. Especially in this energy of fasting. Oh my gosh. Some people are crossing my path just so I can hear a word, just so I can look up a book, just so I can confirm a thought I had earlier. It's wild. So don't get too distracted in this lull. Just know you're right on track. The steadiness. You only need today. You have everything you need today. You have everything you could possibly want today. Don't think about lack. Don't think about distractions. You are complete and you are whole. You need for nothing. Really believe that. You don't have to perform. What you need always comes to you. Your job is just to be in this grateful, just neutral, intentional frame of mind. You need the masculine and the you also need systems, and you kind of also need to move your feet. You need to be out there. You need to have videos so people can reach you, so people can find you. My biggest goal is just to remain in alignment. I know I'm supposed to be here. I'm not chasing. I'm not performing. I'm not doing any of that. I'm doing the basic, simple things of showing up for myself, nurturing my body, and showing up here and communicating. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all good. So if you're in a lull right now, don't mistake this for stagnation or this is always how it's going to be. This is when you hold the pose knowing that you won't be thrown off track, sweetheart. This is when you really start giving your future. You're choosing forward when the temptation behind you is so close. Like, like Alien versus Predator. Alien, he right here, like with a Snicker bars, right here. Look in your ear. It's scary but intriguing. But this light in front of you is just saying, come on, you're almost here. Come on. You got to do it on your own. This is how you build your backbone. This is how you build your faith. This is how you build your conviction. You just got to keep walking. Come on. I know. I know. So what you going to do? What you going to do? If you- So if you feel like you're in between two mountains, if you feel like in a lull, if you feel like you're in Lolly World, Dolly World, let me know. What kind of world, what universe are you in right now? I'm in a lully world universe. Let me know. All right, I took enough of your time. I love you. Keep doing what you're doing. The world needs you exactly how you are. Let's just evolve. Let's know how to think. Let's get a regulated nervous system. Let's have our addictions under control. Let's just be in homeostasis so we can think properly, think clearly, and move accordingly. Okay? We're here for growth. And I love you. And thank you for just inspiring me to be here. Your girl was about to crash, and now I'm so juiced up. So, what a great reminder of why we're here to experience. Okay, I love you. Have a great night from Idaho. Bye.